I watched everything as much as I could because I was trying to determine, does he have the special? Does he have that knack, that sense? Emmett, and Barry and Sean, they had that sense. It's almost like a martial art kind of, using the other person's power to your advantage. So I'm thrilled that he's on our team, and I hope that we can really, bring him into the light for everybody to see. So it'd be fun. He's a good kid.
Definitely.
I got to stay on him though. The first couple of days of practice, he was kind of cruising, and I said, hey, wait a minute now. If you're going to be the dude, you got to do something. You got to be special, and you need to show these guys that you're special. And the best way during this time of year is to do it with your effort. Make sure that you're busting your ass and you're running out to make those guys chase you. And he responded right away and took off and sent a message, that he's willing to kind of take this, this load and this opportunity and do something with it. So, we'll see. But we need to keep coaching him up. We ain't done. He's just a pup.
Yeah, man. Let that man get in his stand straight up, coach. You know what I'm saying? Let him see. He's short. You know that, right? He got to be able to see.
I didn't tell him not to. I didn't tell him not. That happened to he and his coach. So they're working something out. So.
They're working something out. All right. Could you talk to us about how important it was to have Geno there in the fold? I'm such a fan of Geno, coach. Great job bringing him with you. Great job paying him. Just talk about Geno and how much further along you've been because you have a guy that you know.
He tried to bring everybody about that building.
I know. Remember, DK wanted to go.
He tried to get everybody about that building. He tried to have the Oakland Seahawks.
The Oakland Seahawks, bro. They everywhere.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah. I was working that. Well,
I'm still the
Geno to me is like getting Marshawn. To me, it's like that because there's a connection of the impact that the guy can have on everybody else. And Geno, the years we spent together, the years when he wasn't playing were the most significant years to me because he exemplified this mentality that I had never seen in anybody else. So I really would tell you that he thought every play he was going to be in. And somehow he held on to that kind of focus that he didn't ever lose it. He didn't ever waver. Every play that the other guy was taking, it might be his last play and he might be ready and he needs to be ready to go. And he'd been through some pain and some hardship and stuff like that. But by the time we got him, he came with this mentality that anyway, so when he finally got a chance, he did great. And a lot of people were surprised. Shoot, he was comeback player of the year, the first year that he started and all that after Russell left. And it was just, so to get him to come too was, oh man, it's just so significant because he's awesome. He's on every day, first guy on, last guy off. Yeah. It's just sizzling in practice, great throws every day. And he got the little skinny legs, I keep hitting him with, hey, did they arrest the guy? And he says, which guy? The guy that stole your calves? But anyway, but he's just done everything you could hope for. And with Max is such a significant leader on the defensive side that those two guys, and they've just joined up together, collectively to give us something that's really, really powerful. So, okay, that's a good start. That's a really good start, so now the rest of it has to come together.
You mentioned his name, but I just got to ask, you and Russ good, coach?
Say it again?
This more his journey.
You and Russell good?
Yeah,
okay, I just got to throw it out there.
We're doing fine. Like I told you guys, I stay in contact with the guys.
Okay.
And as best I can. And so, Russ was one to call you. And so, I've heard a lot from him and I stayed in contact with him throughout with the same thought, just trying to help him, just trying to help him through. Geno and I were talking during this last year too, and just trying to help and be there for him and continue to support him because nobody knows those guys as well as I do, and so if I could be there for him or answer some questions or kick him in the butt or whatever, and really, there was a chance that, that with Russ coming up in free agency that, we need a quarterback. So there was conversation, in that short amount of time there before we got Geno that, who knows, there could be a shot. So
reunited and it feels so good, huh? Y'all was about to be reunited, huh?
Yeah.
I love it, man. You got to get.
Hey, you guys might be able to carry out a couple yourselves. You might be able to put Get out there and just the two of you. You lead them up through a little lead play or something.
Oh no, Beast Mode could do it. I don't have the size no more, Coach. I don't want no parts of it.
Hell no. I went through one of the
Don't worry about the size. It ain't the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight.
You're right.
Dog,
and I remember our conversation
when they were saying you were soft.
No, when Jeff Albrecht called me when he was my homie, but you was in his office. So I was talking to Jeff, and you were telling me, "Look, man, I just need a fullback to block a half of a guy. That's it." I never forgot that, Coach. You know what I'm saying? I even teach up other fullback. What you saying, man?
Nothing.